Last week we arrived in Miami and boarded the Juliet for a week of sailing and diving.
So that is what's known as Redneck Reef, and that's almost due north of the pin, a little northeast. Now it kind of blends in, so it's like a little bit of a sand spot that has some stuff. It has like a statue, like a little pig statue, and like a donkey statue. So it is easy to swim over if you're not looking, but that's also a reference point. So when you're around that, know you're within about 150 feet of the mooring.
All right, this is where we spent the night last night. We are currently, we've had breakfast, and we are currently waiting to clear customs. And once we get the go-ahead, we are off to diving. We've already been briefed. We've checked our nitrox.
And we're ready to go. We're just waiting.
So, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be awesome diving.
And there's actually a lot of them. So we have 3 dive sites that are all actually very close to each other here. I'm not close enough to swim though, but we have a couple of resident sharks, which you guys already saw coming around the boat, kind of hang out between the 3 dive sites. So when they hear the boat, they're like, oh, they're over there. So they do have a tendency to come where the boat was. Bull Run, which is pretty close to here, is where they used to do some shark feeding, not us, but other boats. So the sharks have just gotten used to being around boats. Anyway, so my favorite part of the dive is towards the southeast. Okay, so what we have is where we're hanging is a little bit more over the lower profile reef section. So our stern is kind of over this area, some larger sand splotches right underneath. So if you go down to the mooring pin, about 35 feet of water to the top of the mooring and about 55 in the sand all around it, and you head towards the southeast direction, it's actual higher profile heading down towards the southeast direction. So that is my favorite part of the dive. And then throughout these coral heads, you will notice, if you like swim throughs, if you're looking careful enough, you will find some swim throughs. You can kind of go into nooks and crannies. So there's a lot of like little things to look into. Again, this is a site that you can easily get turned around at. direction as we were sitting at Grouper on the Head. And so we're pretty much sitting over the reef. This is again one larger patch coral with a few smaller satellite reefs around it. But it is a little easier to navigate because these are the small satellites, and then there is sand, and then on the outside of that, like a grass line. So it's kind of a good area to keep you contained in because we'll also be doing the night dive here as well. So we like to always do our 3rd dive and our 4th dive at the same location, just so you can see it during the day and then, you know, see it at night as well.
Here's a sneak peek of what we see next time.
Go see.